Let's talk a little bit about the 2-on-1. 2-on-1, obviously, is a great opportunity. First of all, on a 2-on-1, 99.9% of the time, you should be thinking, get a layup. Get a layup. Let's get an 8. Let's get a 9. I gave you one of the rare exceptions a little bit earlier in this class when I said, let's say it's you and your little 2-guard and you got a 2-on-1 and you look up and it's Big Ben Wallace back there. Well, then, yeah, maybe then you're not trying to get a layup. Maybe you want to settle for a little jumper. But 99.9% of the time, it's not going to be Ben Wallace down there. It's going to be the other team's point guard. So you want to be thinking, most of the time on a 2-on-1, you should be thinking, get a layup. Get an 8, get a 9, get something easy. There's two main reasons that point guards will blow 2-on-1 opportunities. Two main reasons. One of those reasons is this person with the basketball takes it down here with that pass-first mentality. Pass-first mentality will kill a 2-on-1. Because if you come down here thinking, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to pass it, usually everybody in the gym can tell you're thinking, I'm going to pass it, especially this defender, because he's just reading your eyes. If you're thinking, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to pass it, and you're just looking at this guy over here, this defensive player never has to commit. He never has to come stop you. And if you never make this guy commit, even if you're able to get a pass to your teammate, which you might not be able to, but even if you're able to get this pass, because this guy never had to commit to you, he's going to be right there. He might deflect that pass. He might steal that pass. He might block your teammate's shot. At the very least, instead of your teammate getting an easy 9, your teammate may have to take some tough 4 or 5 because that guy's right on him. Just because it's a layup doesn't mean it's an 8 or a 9. If this guy's all over him, that's usually a lower percentage shot. So if you take it in here with that pass-first mentality and you don't make this guy guard you, you make it a lot tougher to get your teammate an easy shot. Your mentality, if you're going to be good at this, your mentality when you're right here has to be, I'm going to go get me a 9 and you got to stop me. And that's exactly what you should do. I'm going to get me a 90% shot and you got to stop me. And if this guy doesn't stop you, that's exactly what you should do. Get yourself a 90% shot. Now again, don't misunderstand what I just said. I did not just say that your mentality right here should be, I'm going to shoot this thing no matter what. That's not what I said. I said your mentality needs to be, I'm going to go get me a 9. The highest, remember we said that's the highest possible percentage shot you can get. I'm going to get me a 9 and you got to stop me, and if he doesn't stop you, that's exactly what you should do. If he does stop you, well, he's going to have to commit to you to stop you if you've got that kind of approach. And if he commits to stopping you, well, then all of a sudden that pass becomes a lot easier. This layup for your teammate becomes a lot easier, becomes a lot higher percentage. But if you take it down there with that pass-first mentality and you never make this guy commit to you, you're going to have a real hard time setting your teammate up for an easy shot. And also, another reason I think point guards miss easy shots is because they've got that pass-first mentality. They think, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to pass it, I'm going to pass it. And then that defensive player never commits to them. And they think, oh, no, I'm the open one. I got to shoot it. And then they hurry up some shot at the last second. And it usually doesn't go in because they weren't even thinking about shooting. It's a lot easier to turn yourself from a scorer and then realize you don't have a layup to all of a sudden being a passer than vice versa. It's harder to go from thinking, I'm going to pass it, oh, I'm open, I better shoot it. It's a lot easier to go to, I'm going to score this thing, oop, he stopped me, let me give it to my teammate. That's a lot easier transition to make. So the first thing on the 2-on-1 is you got to have that, I'm going to go get me a 9 and you got to stop me mentality.